It says we're live. Okay.
Host being able to talk. Is that what's going on?
Hello, everyone, and
Hello.
welcome to the Horsemen Hangout. You may have just heard the theme song for the very last time of the immortal Hulk Hogan. We may have seen the last, but we certainly haven't said the last word or gotten the last word, because tonight on the Horsemen Hangout, it's going to get wild, it's going to get crazy. We are here tonight. I am your host, Ryan DiBiase, and I'm here tonight joined by my panel here. First, from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Big Josh Hinkle. Big Josh, how are you tonight?
I'm okay, fellas. Thanks for joining. Thanks for letting me come in.
And damn Bubba Ray Dudley for ripping on Big Josh. How dare you, Bubba Ray Dudley, rip on my friend Big Josh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know I know Bubba was just faking it, but how dare you rip on Big Josh? Damn it! You can scratch your backside in Macy's window for all I care, and you can kiss Actually, you know what? You can kiss Big Josh's butt in the Macy's storefront window if you ever do that again to my friend Big Josh.
Okay.
Also, we have Mr. Lane. Mr. Lane, how are you there with the boogie board? How you doing with the boogie board there, Mr. Lane?
Well, I got the boogie board tonight, but I am looking forward to tonight's show. There's a lot that we need to discuss tonight. At least 3 major things, but I'll let the host lead the way tonight. So,
quite frankly, Mr. Lane, you've been dodging this Hulk Hogan issue for a long time, and I think tonight you should give us your expertise, your expert opinion on the Immortal One. And will that happen? Will that happen tonight, Mr. Lane? Finally.
yeah, well, I will. I have a little bit of a surprise for the people that are watching this show. I just had shown it off to my friends here pre-game, so I'm not going to show it yet until we talk about the Hulkamania issues. So we'll talk about that in a little while. So.
And then we have, thank you, Mr. Lane. Then we have all the way from New England, the best soup in the land, the best clam chowder in the land is from New England. And Stephen Page, how the heck are you tonight?
I'm doing well, host. Just ready to have some fun here tonight.
I just want to apologize for saying some harsh words against Triple H. I hope you don't hate me. I hope you don't come to my house and ransack my house because I said bad words about Triple H. I'm really sorry about that. And here comes my cat walking across the screen. And Sweet Pea, hello, Sweet Pea. Hey, say hello, Sweet Pea. How you doing?
I don't take any insults towards wrestlers personal. We all have our favorites. Some people just take it a little too crazy when it comes to their favorite wrestler.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let me X out of this. My YouTube is causing this to slow down. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, guys, so let's get started. Obviously, let's cut to the chase here. We're not going to beat around the bush. The biggest issue this week, my God. If it wasn't for this man, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you guys because the main topic of the Horseman Hangout is wrestling. And I would have even gotten into wrestling if it wasn't for Terry Jean Balea, otherwise known as Hollywood Hulk Hogan. If you didn't hear, you're living under a rock. Some controversial comments have been unearthed from Hogan's sex tape, which has, in effect, caused Hulk Hogan his job with the WWE. And not only cost him his job, but they have erased Hulk Hogan, quite frankly, from the history books. The only thing really that stands in terms of Hulk Hogan The Hall of Fame is gone. The mentions of him are gone. His merchandise gone. The only thing that stands are his matches still on the WWE Network, which, you know, Chris Benoit, who was a murderer, still stands on the network. So I suppose that Hogan's matches can at least stay on the network. These comments were of a racial nature. I don't want to repeat them, but we're going to let everybody have the chance to shoot on this. Shoot from the heart. Say whatever it is you want to say. Sweet Pea, do you have anything to say? All right. We're going to start with the legend from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Big Josh Hakel. Let me hear what you have to say about Hulk Hogan. Shoot from the hip, man. You don't have to hold anything back. You know, say what you want about Mr. Hogan. Do you feel indifferent? Do you feel sad for Hogan? Any way you feel is okay here. We're not going to bash you for any opinion. You can feel comfortable knowing that whatever you say will be accepted. So, Big Josh, hit me. What's your opinion?
Well, you know, I kind of have a little regret my dad buying this NWO car of Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan here, but you know. Then again, you know, it's just it could have been the environment that Hogan was in like 8 years ago, but they bring up controversy from Hogan's past. But what about that time when Vince McMahon said to John Cena in 2005, you know, keep it up, you said the N-word on pay-per-view. I mean, why can't Vince McMahon be reprimanded for his actions from 10 years ago versus Hogan from 8 years ago? I mean, Hogan's paying the price.
Yeah. Well, obviously the answer to that is, you know the answer to that, Josh. I understand what you're saying, but obviously Vince isn't going to be reprimanded because it's Vince's company and he does what he wants and he can fire and act like a you-know-what if he so chooses, unfortunately. Big Josh, does this affect your Hulk Hogan fandom? Were you a big Hogan fan prior to, and has anything changed now with this controversial racial controversy here?
To be honest with you, kind of, yeah, because you know I kind of have regrets writing to the beat shop in 2012 where they sent me an autograph picture and then the NWO card my dad bought a month ago. So, you know, a little bit of a regrets, but then again, you know, who knows? So, I honestly, I'm in the crowd of little sympathy on one side, but then again, he got what he deserved.
I hear you. I hear you. Moving along, Mr. Lane. I'm very curious to hear what you think about this. You know, you've kind of stayed mum on this issue. I'm curious to hear what you have to say about Hollywood Hulk Hogan. I know you were a big Hogan fan, dating back to the days when we were in elementary school at Main Road School,
Right.
moving on the Delsey and the Hollywood Hogan years. You were a Hogan fan. You've always been a Hogan fan.
Absolutely.
Tell us your thoughts on this, and has this affected your fandom?
Well, without a doubt, Hogan will always be an icon. Truth be told, he did make professional wrestling to our generation. I mean, the previous generation, you might have had Luthez. After that, you had Bruno Sammartino, and then you had Hulk Hogan. Okay, but this is how I feel right now, and it's sad to say. In the words of Bobby the Brain Heenan, as he said it, Hulkamania is dead, dead, and dead. Because WWE wanted to erase the Hogan legacy off its network and off its website. They made that absolutely clear. Because I got your text message, you know, last week, and I was watching this Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling show, and they took that off the air too, which was a major disappointment. I mean, it was a very good cartoon.
Not the butt in, Mr. Lane, but give our viewers at home a quick backstory as to what your tie is to the Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling. Aaron, you have some sort of a connection to this show airing on the network. Tell us why.
Well, it was I used to have some videotapes of the show a little bit, and I watched it a little bit online, and I wrote on the Facebook page, I think it might have been earlier this year. I asked them, you know, via request on the Facebook page, to please bring the Hulk Hogan Rock and Wrestling show to the WWE network. I did write out a request to their network earlier this year to put that show on the network, and as a matter of fact, they did, and I watched just about every episode they had of the Rock and Wrestling Show. It was a very good cartoon. I mean, anybody can watch that. All the kids and the younger generation and the older generation, they can watch that. Now, meanwhile, I have right here in my hands, if y'all can see this, WWE 2K14 right here, the Hulkamania edition, and as of right now, I'm going to do a little unboxing of the thing. So
all right.
See right there, there's the Hollywood Hogan, if y'all can see that. There's the plush doll of Hollywood Hogan.
Wow.
And let's see here.
All right, well, I'm gonna take over, guy. I'm gonna give the reins to Mr. Lane as we go forwards for this unboxing. Mr. Lane is going to describe each product and give his a review on this exclusive unboxing right here live. Take it away, Mr. Lane.
Well, thank you very much there, Ryan. And as you can see here, there's the plush doll, the pop doll of Hogan right here, the Hollywood Hogan character with his glasses, the mustache. Very beautiful stuff. And here's another couple more things I want to show you all here. I do have the game, but that's I already have the game. Right here, there's a picture, an actual autograph of Hollywood Hulk Hogan right there.
Wow.
You can see right there, there's the autograph right there, which was pretty cool. There's the Hulk Hogan
Very cool.
of the 2K15 game. And here's another thing. This was the piece of campus. This was when Hogan made his little speech right here on a Monday Night Raw show. If you could see that right there, this collectible contains an actual piece of the canvas during his March 10th, 2014 Monday Night Raw. As you can see right there, there's the campus. There's a piece of it right there, that little square of the wrestling campus. This is a collector's item. I intend on keeping this for a while. But basically, that's what comes in the Hulkamania collection. I mean, also, for fans that have gotten the collection, it also had the codes for Sting and Hogan itself in the game, which was pretty nice.
Mr. Lane, is that Hulk Hogan doll there? Is that a pop vinyl, or is that a?
Yes, it is.
Very nice. Very nice.
It's a pop doll, so yes, it is. And as you can see right here, if you look at the back of the box right there, is like I just said, if y'all can see this real good, right there, there's the code for Hogan. Whoops. There's the code for Hogan, and there's a code for Sting. But like I said, unless Hogan comes back to the WWE, which at this point is a complete long shot, Hulkamania is dead. It won't even matter if he goes back to TNA, for example. Hulkamania is not the same when he's in TNA or in any other wrestling organization.
Well, I will have to butt in there and say that I believe it was 2 days ago that Dixie Carter announced, or TNA announced that, or just wiped out Hogan completely from their archives as well. So he's
no merchandise,
no merch, and no more mentions of Hollywood. Mr. Lane, are you still, after all this, are you still a Hulk Hogan fan?
Yeah, I still love I'm still a Hogan supporter. Don't get me wrong, but it's just a shame that it had to go down like this. But he had said some words that he should not have said, and it just boiled down to to his reputation. Now, I mean, he made wrestling to a degree for like the new generation of wrestling fans. He put butts in the seats, especially in Madison Square Garden, because it really started in 1984 when he won the WWF Championship against the Iron Sheik. And Hulkamania really has been going wild for over 31 years. But as of right now, like I said, and I'm going to say it again, y'all, unfortunately, Hulkamania is dead. Because if he ain't in WWE anymore, it's dead. And I read a story this morning. I go to a wrestling website called lordsofpain.net. I've been going to that website for over 15 years. I saw a little story this morning or this afternoon where wrestling fans that were going to the event in Oklahoma City last night, they were confiscating Hogan merchandise, I think, or they were confiscating signs of Hogan stuff.
Yeah, I kind of assumed that was next, and you're
They
gonna have some fans who are die-hard Hogan fans who want to try to get away with that. But WWE confiscates signs for much lesser individuals, so
right, right, and yeah,
that doesn't surprise me. In other words,
yeah, because they confiscated Hogan signs, and then for those that were wearing Hogan T-shirts, they were asked to change shirts or something like that. Now, if the WWE was smart, if you're gonna wear a Hogan shirt, and this is just my opinion, I haven't been to a wrestling event since '08. I haven't been to a wrestling event in like let's see, like 7 years, almost 8 years. If you're gonna wear a Hogan shirt to a wrestling show, why not give the wrestling fan a little bit of a half price discount if they're going to be willing to sacrifice that Hogan shirt for a wrestler that's right now? So give him a 50%. This might sound silly on my part, but
right?
why not give the wrestling fan a 50% discount? Trade that Hogan shirt in, get like let's say a Randy Orton shirt or a Click shirt, whatever. That's just my idea of business, but I don't know if the WWE would ever do that. But why not give them a 50? If you're that strict of not allowing to wear a Hogan shirt to a WWE event, give the customers a discount. That's just my opinion. But like I said, I haven't been to a wrestling show since the day after the 2008 Royal Rumble, which has been a long, long time. I have not been to a wrestling show since. I mean, I've been pretty busy. But I do try my hardest to watch these wrestling shows.
Stephen Page. Give me your thank you, Mr. Lane.
No
Stephen
problem.
Page, give me your opinion on this whole debacle with Hogan. Go.
Oh, it's just tough because, of course, I think we were all Hogan fans. I think we stated it. You guys stated it. I was one of the biggest Hulk Hogan fans growing up. I've mentioned in my videos that my admiration for Hulk Hogan. I even mentioned it in my WrestleMania video. I don't know if you guys ever seen that. Me and my dad and my friend pulling into WrestleMania for our first WrestleMania. We mentioned how my friend's brother loved the Ultimate Warrior. We were Hulk Hogan fans. We couldn't stand the Ultimate Warrior. Just I have a hard time. I think if those are his true comments, then yes, he is what you call a racist. And he even said in there that he's a racist. But I have a hard time believing a guy that was in locker rooms with, African Americans of every African Americans, Latinos, all those different races. I have a hard time believing. You got to remember this video was taped in what, 2007?
Yeah, 6 or 7, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you got to remember, this guy at that time was going through a divorce with his wife for 20 years. She was throwing him through the mud. Who knows what the frame of mind he was in. His son was a wild child. He later went on and did some really, really fucked up things. And went to prison, did his time, but I don't know. I'm very disappointed in Hulk. Just that's my.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. And my personal thoughts. I think it's very unfortunate that these comments have been revealed. Comments aside, no one likes to have their personal, private conversations publicized for the world to see. So in that respect, I really feel for Hulk. But in another respect, it's the things that he said really, blatantly things you shouldn't say. I mean, I'm pretty much one to defend, freedom of speech and whatnot. But and another thing, I totally understand why WWE did what they did. They have to distance themselves as a corporate company from someone who is potentially, making blatant racial remarks. And I don't blame WWE for doing what they did. Unfortunately, just like Brett screwed Brett, Hulk screwed Hulk with these comments. WWE didn't put the words in his mouth. Hulk said it.
Yeah.
But what I was saying was, with Hulk, there really is no way to I don't know. Do you give him a platform to apologize? A lot of people, Anthony Zorzi, Horseman member, texted me a little bit ago and suggested that this could be potentially a work to set up Hulk Hogan versus Booker T at a WrestleMania. Z, I appreciate the creativity, but this is certainly not a work. They don't want to touch. This is a very sensitive issue in society today, and first of all, WWE doesn't have the balls to do a work shoot with this as the premise. And second, it's just not going to happen. It's very sad to see Hogan written out of history. But again, he brought this on himself. Now, another thing that people don't mention, and I want to mention, is if you ever saw that documentary on Hulk Hogan that they filmed about 5 years ago, prior to him getting into TNA, and it aired on, I think, A&E or Spike TV or something like that. He was drinking pretty heavily back then. He would go to Frenchie's Bar right there in Clearwater, or Tampa, wherever it is. I've been there. As a matter of fact, I met Hogan at his beach bar there in Tampa. Matter of fact, I have the pictures right here. There's myself and Hulk from 2013. There's another angle, a little darker cut of it. But he was very gracious, very nice when I met him in 2013. Took time after his sushi dinner with Eric Bischoff, and I met him. Should be noted that Eric Bischoff did not take the time to meet the fans, but Hulk did. And getting back to my original point, he was drinking heavily to mask the pain of his divorce. So nobody really talks about this, but could he have been maybe drunk when he made these comments? And when people are drunk, they say things that they don't mean. No one has brought this up at all. And what do you think, Mr. Lane? That could be a possibility, right?
You know what? That's an interesting point you bring up there, man, because, like Steve said a few minutes ago, he was going through a divorce with Linda, of course. If you ever see Brooke and Linda, I think they look basically identical almost, They look like they look very cute together, Brooke and Linda. But then I think Brooke had wrote a letter to Hogan, to her dad.
Yeah, I did see that.
That she loves her father very much.
I did see that. Yeah.
But it's still a shame of what's going on with Hogan and all that, and the debacle that's.
Mr. Stephen Pate, Mr. Big Josh Hinkle. Do you think one day this will be reconciled, or do you think this is, pardon the pun, for life? Is this for life, or do you think one day Hogan and the WWE will reconcile? He'll do a public apology on air. Can you reconcile and apologize for this, especially with a corporate PG type company that WWE is now? This is not your old WWE. This is a corporate, kids, family-friendly, public company. Does Hogan ever come back, Big Josh Hinkle?
No, because it's like what the WWE is saying, that they're trying to distance themselves from what took place. And to me, you can go through the times where, like, Bret Hart, he reconciled with the WWE for what Bret Hart did, but this is different. I mean, with Hogan, and I think he truly has erased his 30-year legacy with the company that he built from the ground up from '84 to 2015, and I think he will never be reconciled with the company. So that's what I think.
It's unbelievable, really, because Hogan is considered to be the Babe Ruth of the WWE. He is the Michael Jordan, so to speak. Well, what Michael Jordan is to the NBA, Hulk Hogan is to the WWE, and so on and so forth. It's really, really sad and unfortunate. I think what's most unfortunate about it is it happened at such a low point in his life. Not to defend the comments at all, but it happened at a time in his life. Mr. Lane said he was going through a divorce. Now, was Mr. Hogan, did he have those thoughts with a clear mind throughout his whole career? Did he have those thoughts, as recently as, the past few years? We'll never know. I mean, obviously Hogan says publicly that he is a different man, but we cannot take people's word. We can only go by, their actions and what we find on a sex tape. So, I don't know. Ugh. Guys, I just hope you guys. I hope you guys don't have any sex tapes floating around because it's just bad business. Anything, Josh? Any sex tapes floating around? I hope not.
No, God,
Mr.
no.
Lane, Mr. Lane, any sex tapes of yours floating around? I hope not.
No.
The Triple H guy, Steven, any sex tapes of you and Stephanie McMahon floating around? I hope not.
Oh no.
Oh,
Sure,
Lord.
yeah.
All right, I hope not. Well, actually, you know what? I hope so because to have relations with Stephanie McMahon is an accomplishment. So it would be just you, Triple H, and Randy Savage to claim that. So I got a new Randy Savage shirt today, by the way. I went to FYE, Mr. Lane, in the Cumberland Mall, and I got a new Randy Savage T-shirt. I just threw it in a washer, but very nice deal there at the FYE. Buy one to get one half off of all T-shirts on that big wall there. I got a Randy Savage one. They had a Warrior T-shirt. I didn't end up buying that, but pretty good price. Pretty good.
Oh, you mean this guy?
Oh, look at that.
You mean this guy right here?
That's pretty cool, Mr. Wait a minute, Mr. Lane. That's pretty cool. That's actually the mask that Warrior wore on his last appearance on Raw.
That's correct. So
Mr.
yeah,
Lane,
well,
Mr. Lane, you know what I'm going to ask you right now, right?
what's that? Just to put it on for you?
Put the damn thing on.
All right. Hold on, man.
Take your glasses off.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Warrior Lane.
Yeah.
Oh my.
The Ultimate Warrior. Well, I had to show it, so why not? You
Well,
got
I gotta get a picture of this. Here we go.
Ah.
Here we go. Make that warrior face there, Warrior.
Ah.
There we go. All right. Very nice. All right. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Promo Mania. Warrior Lane, ready to go. I'm just kidding.
No. We got more to talk
Rusev
about.
Lane. Rusev Lane.
No promos.
Rusev Lane, as Big Josh says. Before we, what's that Stephen Page has right there?
He's got a picture of Hogan.
That's my TMZ style picture of Hulk Hogan entering the Steeplegate Mall in Concord, New Hampshire, back in
Very nice.
2005.
Is that did you get a chance to meet him?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
One thing about Hogan, anytime I hear anything about an interaction with a fan, he is always very gracious, no matter what you hear about him backstage. And I've heard quite a bit about this guy backstage and the politician that he is. At least years ago he was. He's always been gracious with his fans. So I'm so fortunate that I had a chance. By chance, I was in Tampa on a whim, and I got to meet him. Like I said, a couple of years ago. Fantastic. The restaurant was okay. I had gotten some sushi. Matter of fact, I ordered the same thing Hulk ordered. Hulk ordered the sushi. I ate the sushi. My friend Dominic got a steak. It was cold. He sent it back. It came back and it was still cold. So just stick with the sushi if you go to Hogan's Beach restaurant. Just a little FYI. Stick with the sushi.
They didn't do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys, moving on from Hogan, not to change the subject, but Mr. Lane, what was that second hot button issue we needed to touch upon before we get to the fun stuff today?
Well, I think there was a couple of other issues. I know Steve and Josh watch a little bit of baseball for themselves, but there was some major news today, and I have to bring this up. There was some controversy involving, unfortunately, the defending world champion New England Patriots and that Deflategate. So,
all right.
Now, as in case people forget, the suspension was upheld to 4 games. So I wanted Mr. Z to show up, but unfortunately, according to him, and he said this earlier on an earlier show, that the Dallas Cowboys will not be facing Tom Brady because of the suspension, which is awful news for the Patriots, of course, and they've gotten penalized a lot for this stuff, but it's major news today. That's my point. So what do y'all think about it? Do y'all buy? Do y'all sell the suspension? I'd like to hear y'all what y'all got to say.
Well, I'm not too schooled in this topic. I don't know if Big Josh is either, but I know Stephen Page is familiar. Big Josh, you can butt in if you know anything, but Stephen Page, what are your opinion on this whole full deflate gate thing?
I want to hear his angle.
Oh, geez. The suspension, you know what? All right. I think, Brady had some knowledge of it. I don't think Brady was there with the needle doing it himself.
Okay.
But now on to the topic of the suspension being upheld to 4 games because of Brady didn't want to give over his phone
Correct.
to the NFL. He broke his phone. He admitted to breaking his phone, apparently.
Correct.
Now, I am not giving anybody my cell phone. I don't care who you are. Unless you're the police and you have a warrant for this, I'm not giving you my phone. Who's to say some idiot at the NFL takes his phone and sells whatever he has on there, pictures of his wife, his children, whatever he's got on there, personal numbers of his, there's a lot of stuff on your cell phone. I am not giving up my cell phone unless the police are investigating me for something.
Fair
my
point.
Honest opinion.
Yeah, very good expertise from our panel. Very intelligent discussion here. Moving on. Did anyone? Let me shift gears back to something really brief. Congrats to Mr. Cole Hamels throwing a no-hitter a couple days ago. And what looks to be his swan song, or maybe not. Maybe he will get another start with the Phillies. I didn't hear anything yet. Mr. Lane, have you heard any? Oh, excuse me, indigestion. Mr. Lane,
What the heck? Okay, what the heck's going on around here?
Mr. Lane, did you hear anything about the dealing of Cole Hamels, the current no-hitter dealer? Speaking of dealing.
Well, there's been rumors that have been going on that he might go to either the Dodgers is a possibility because I've been watching a couple shows where Cole Hamels might go to the Dodgers, maybe for Yasiel Puig or something. I don't know if the Phillies would be interested in Yasiel Puig because the outfield's already crowded as it is.
Right.
You already have Rupp, you have Dominic Brown, you have Ben Revere still. But there was a serious trade that the Phillies did do within the division, I might add. They traded Papelbon to the Nationals, by the way. I think that's a decent deal, but I think Papelbon's on the wrong team, in my opinion. I personally think he should have been traded to, the Tigers or something because the Tigers' weakness, is as great as the Tigers were in the past, their problem was their bullpen. They had decent pitching. They had Fister, and they had Doug Fister, and they also had Max Scherzer. They're both Nationals now, but I know that the Nationals did have some veteran closers of their own. They had one by the name of Tyler Clippard. They had Drew Storen. They had Rafael Soriano, and then now they also have Jonathan Papelbon. I think it's a crapshoot for the Nationals, but I think it's a tough one. But I think the best trade out of all of them is probably Johnny Cueto to the Royals, and here's why. Because Johnny Cueto represents that veteran pitcher for the Royals that they didn't have this past year compared to last year. See, the Royals had a pitcher by the name of James Shields, who was pitching for the Kansas City Royals all of last year. So he was a very solid pitcher for the Kansas City Royals. That was why I think Johnny Cueto's there to help to be that veteran ace that Kansas City can have to get them over the top. So
Right.
I think the best deal was Kansas City by far getting Johnny Cueto. Johnny Cueto was the ace of the Reds, and he was a very excellent pitcher in his right now. But there's a trade that does scratch my head a little bit. excuse me, Troy Tulowitzki to going to the Toronto Blue Jays for Jose Reyes. You know,
Yeah.
I was a little head scratched about that deal because I look at the Toronto lineup. They're primarily a right-hand hitting team. They don't
Yeah.
have any left-handed hitters.
Yeah, it
They
doesn't.
don't.
I'm scratching my head about that one too.
Yeah, because they don't have no David Ortiz's. They don't have no let's see, Josh Hamilton's. They don't have a left-handed quality bat.
Now, speaking of Mr. Lane, speaking of scratching heads, I see Eddie Mozart Hinkle over there. Is Eddie Mozart Hinkle scratching it? Hey, Eddie, how you doing? How you doing, my buddy? How you doing,
Hello.
buddy?
Hello, Horseman. This is Eddie Mozart. Hinkle. I'm okay, everybody. Yeah. Watch the dancing Yorkie. Yeah. You can't see me. You can't see me. Check, look at the muscles.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear. Yeah, Eddie, I'm glad you're home safe, man, and don't ever go out the door anymore. We love you, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. We love you. Big Josh loves you.
Yep, I know that. I know he loves me.
Yeah, Eddie, you don't want to go to those streets in Pigeon Forge. You stay safe, nestled in Big Josh's bed. Just, my dog Biscotti says hi. She loves you too, Eddie. And Eddie, do you like wrestling?
Yes, I love wrestling.
Eddie, who's your favorite wrestler?
Well, right now it's only Lucha Underground because Raw sucks.
Eddie, who's your favorite wrestler on Lucha Underground?
Let's see. I like that Mil Mascaras, no, Mil Mortes, that dead guy. I mean, and that Katrina. Oh.
Yeah, that Katrina really gets my juices flowing. Eddie Mozart Hinkle, what do you think about that? Let me see. Who's that other girl in Lucha Underground?
Sexy Star?
Yes, that's her. What do you think about her?
Oh.
Eddie Mozart Hinkle, I think for Christmas, Eddie, I'm gonna buy you a luchador mask.
Oh, that's okay. I'll stick to my own face, but thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Eddie. You can go back to your snacks now. Let me talk to Big Josh.
He's
All right.
back on the bed.
Big Josh, let me give you the floor right now. Is there anything you'd like to shoot about this week before we get to other segments this week? Is there anything you want to have an open forum about? Anything on your mind? I know we all love your new YouTube channel, your YouTube videos that you do now. Would you like to shoot or maybe promote your YouTube channel or anything? You have the floor right now, Big Josh. Take it away.
Well, I just randomly do YouTube stuff because I figured out this Google Hangout crap. I was watching a how-to on YouTube, so it was fun. I like doing this YouTube stuff. It's really fun.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, I've been doing it for years, man. I've been doing it since 2006. It's a fun hobby. It's a fun way to exercise your creativity. Stephen Page, we want some more YouTube videos from you and Torino GT. Damn it, where the hell you guys got to get it? I want some more of those in the car reviews. What the heck happened?
I don't know, but we might have a video for you this Sunday. If I can erase some things on my phone, we might have a car video for you this Sunday.
Yeah, I missed those. Maybe and if not this Sunday, then maybe in August you guys can do like a SummerSlam prediction video or something.
There you go. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
All right. How's your dad doing, by the way, Steve? Is he all right?
He's doing all right. He's hanging in there. He's getting up there in age, so.
Yeah. Well, we love.
No immediate health problems right now, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, we love Torino GT 1969, and he's always welcome on the Hangout if he ever wants to voice his mind about how wrestling sucks today, as we all do every week. So, Torino, we love you on the Hangout. Woo! Up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for some promo mania. Here we go. Well, we have, let's see, myself, Big Josh, Mr. Lane, and Stephen Page. So that would make 4 people. Unfortunately, if we do 4-on-4, we're not going to have a judge. So I think we're going to do the traditional 1-on-1 this week. So do we have any volunteers? Let me see. Who won last? Does anybody know? Anybody remember the last one? Who won last?
Might have been Josh.
No, it wasn't me.
No.
No.
I did the adorable Adrian Adonis, and I couldn't do that.
I think it might. I think it was our host then. I think it might have been either him or Paige. It wasn't me.
I want to say, was it the Bastion Booger I did? I think it was.
Yeah, you did the Bastion Booger. Yeah, where your brother did the encyclopedia thing.
Right. Yes. All right. Well, I'll defend my crown this week. I'll have to think of somebody to do. Would anybody like to challenge me for my title to possibly take the strap from my waist this week? Anybody? Stephen Page?
No, I'm good. I'll judge.
All right, we have our judge, so it's going to be either Big Josh or Mr. Lane. Stephen Page is our official judge. Mr. Lane, do we see Rusev Lane return, or do we see Big Josh with some other voice that he's been working on?
Rusev Lane is on vacation, so you ain't gonna.
Rusev, no more crush, huh? Rusev.
What the hell? Oh,
No Rusev Lane.
Must be eating sushi with Summer Rae with that fish from last night.
Rusev Lane. There's no Lana. No Lana.
Speaking of sushi, I'm hungry, guys. I'm hungry right now.
There was another reason he was giving her that fish. He was telling her something.
Anybody want to order pizza?
Hey, you can do it online, though.
Yeah, the only problem is we can't eat it online. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Well,
Mr. Lane, before we get to Promo Mania between myself and Big Josh Hinkle, and by the way, Big Josh, as Mr. Lane and I are talking about this little topic here, why don't you think of who you're going to do? All right, Big Josh, I'll give you some time to think. All right, Mr. Lane, who's your since you live in Williamstown now, who's your go-to pizza shop that you use when you want pizza these days?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. I mean, I have options to order pizza. I can order from really Domino's, Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Papa's Pizza. I can also go to a Tuscan's Pizza right there in Turnersville. So I have options, but honestly, I like Papa John's better. I think Papa John's is like my personal favorite out of all of them. I just love Papa John's.
When you go to Papa John's, because you gotta tell me, I usually get Pat's, or possibly I will get Domino's. But when you go to Papa John's, what deal do you usually get when you order from there?
Well, here's the thing with Papa John's. If you order online, you could get like 25 points. If you get up, I think it's 5 points. 1 point for every $5, something like that. If you get 25 points online, you can get a free pizza. You can get up to 3 toppings. And if you get 25 points on your account, you get a free pizza. That's simple. You can get yourself, like I said, a three large pizza. Now, Domino's, I know that I like their sandwiches. I love their sandwiches on Domino's. It's nice. I mean, the pizza's pretty good too. Although they don't have one in our roots of Franklinville anymore,
their steak and cheese sucks.
What was that, Steve?
I said Domino's steak and cheese sucks.
Oh, not good. Well, I like the sandwiches though. The sandwiches are pretty good. I like their sandwiches. Their side items are very.
I like me a good steak and cheese, and theirs just does not do it for me.
Yeah, a little is it soggy?
Okay. Well, also, I know with Pizza Hut's all right. I mean, I've tasted better out of Pizza Hut, though, in my years of eating it. But Papa John's, I would have to rank them as number one. You know, they're the best pizza place, in my opinion. Although I can go to other places. I can get it delivered to my door, which is awesome. But, you know, I cooked dinner tonight, so
All right. Well, then tell us, Mr. Lane, what the hell what'd you cook?
Well, what did I cook? I cooked some brats and I cooked some peas actually. So I cooked some brats, and I also, and just so you know, I don't know if y'all saw my pictures on Instagram or my Facebook page. I did some barbecuing this past Sunday, and I barbecued some chicken. I put some. Let's see. You guys familiar with Old Bay seasoning by any chance?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys familiar with Old Bay seasoning?
Oh yeah. Love
Josh,
it. I love it on crabs.
Josh or Steve, you guys familiar with Old Bay? I put that in my chicken, and I also put some garlic salt in my chicken. Let it marinate a little bit, and then I let it cook. I let it cook. Actually, I don't have the product with me, but I did it on a Yoshi grilled bake mat. So if you see the pictures on my Instagram, please like it. It was cool. I put some chicken on the mat. It came out real good. And furthermore, if you guys have Facebook, I put it on. I used some JR barbecue sauce too.
Ooh.
Yes.
All right. Very good. Very
And
good.
and with tonight's brats, I put JR's main event mustard on my brats.
Let me tell you something. Take that main event mustard, Mr. Lane, and smother it all over your brats. Brats. Brats.
Read what I wrote on the bottom of my name tag.
Oh, you're making us
You
all
don't like
hungry.
mother covered. You get the hell out of here.
Love or not.
Wait a minute. That was a pretty good JR, Steven. That was damn good. Do that again real quick. Say you either watch Global Force Wrestling or you get the hell out. Say it.
If you don't watch Global Force Wrestling, you get the hell on out of here.
Yeah, that was very good. Very good. Very good. And with that little warm up for Promo Mania by our judge, let's get right into Promo Mania. Big Josh, have you selected a wrestler yet?
Well, hold on. Well, let me. Okay, very funny.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick
MVP's
tock.
coming in here?
Okay, wait. Okay, Hinkle Madness running wild.
All right.
Okay, you make it start.
Yeah, you know what? You might as well just
I'll
shoot
give
from
you
the
the
hip.
countdown. Start at 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
Brother. Oh, yeah. The Macho Man, Hinkle Savage, here on the Horsemen Hangout. Dig it, brother. I'm here to snap into Mr. Rude TV Slim Jim. Dig it? Because I'm going to run away with that title. That is mine. Brother. Oh, yeah. Dig it. Sorry. Damn it.
Very good. Very good word. Very good there, Hinklemania. Are you guys Hinkle Madness? Are you ready for my rebuttal?
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Go ahead and win it, Rube. Go ahead.
All right. Here we go. And a 1 and a 2. Well, wait, count me down, Stephen Page.
3, 2, 1, go.
You know, I want to tell you. You're sitting there barking up the wrong tree when you talked about the power of the British Bulldog. You're talking about 244 pounds, 6'2" from London, England. The British Bulldog is going to pick you up, Big Josh Hinkle, and slam you to the mat from country to country. Davy Boy Smith is the European champion, and what I'm going to be after the night is the Hinklemania champion, because I'm going to take that Hinkle title from your waist and put it over the British Bulldog's shoulder. I'm going to bring it back to England with me. I'm going to give it to the Queen, and you're going to take a bite out of my ass in Macy's storefront window. The end.
Oh, you're so scary. Now, I am Eddie Rusev, and Eddie Rusev will take down the British Bulldog. Hell, I will make Eddie Rusev will make the British Bulldog my personal pitch tonight. Yeah,
Okay.
Eddie Rusev, crush.
If you want to talk about the British Bulldog and Eddie Mozatinko, that is no dog. That is no dog. The real dog, you're looking at them. The British Bulldog, 245 pounds, 6'2", from London, England. I don't think a bite out of Eddie Mozatinko is going to kiss my butt in Macy's storefront window. Why don't you take a bite out of you afterwards?
He says kiss that one.
That's all I got. Judge is covering his eyes. I don't know if that was the
All right,
worst.
you're safe, Steven.
I'm gonna have to go with the British Bulldog.
Boo!
That's right. You go with the British Bulldog.
Oh, what's that, Eddie? You're gonna find a Macy's storefront window? Yeah, I know. Don't worry. We'll get him next time.
Where's Matilda?
There's no Matilda. Look at the muscles. Look at the guns on Eddie Mozart.
Look at those guns right there. Look at those guns, guys. One last little segment here that I have here is the trivia segment that I'm going to present to you before we get to our final thoughts. And during the final thoughts, if I didn't get to cover anything this evening, you can shoot on that. So have an open shoot forum during the final thoughts. But right now, let's do a quick little trivia question as I pick my nose, because that's what I'm doing right now.
Booger.
Yeah.
Bastion Booger.
Hope nobody's watching. But all right.
Don't eat them, please.
No, I won't eat them. But I am hungry though. So trivia for Big Josh, Mr. Lane, and Stephen Page.
All right.
All right, here we go. The trivia question is, name 4 members of the Dungeon of Doom. 4 members.
Please.
4 members.
Kevin Sullivan.
4 members of the Dungeon of Doom. Now, there have been more, but I need you to name 4 members
Oh, please.
of the Dungeon of Doom.
That
Mr.
would be
Lane,
Kevin
Mr. Lane, I'm going to start with you.
Okay.
Give me 4 members of the Dungeon of Doom. And I'm not going to elaborate. I'm not going to say who was in charge of the Dungeon of Doom. I think as a wrestling fan, you should know this horrible angle, who was in charge of this horrible angle. And name me at least 4 members of the Dungeon of Doom. Actually, no more than 4 members. Go.
Okay. I was gonna say Kevin Sullivan, Shark. Let's see who else.
10,
The Giant.
9, 8, 7.
Dave Sullivan. I might be
6.
wrong on that.
All right.
I got my 4.
All right. Big Josh Hinkle, give me 4 members of the Dungeon of Doom.
I know you took one of mine, Mr. Lane, but I know the other members were the Zodiac, Kamala, the Yeti, and wait, are you picking your nose again, Ryan?
Yeah, I got some nose problems here. Oh boy, I got some issues with this nose here. It's the allergies, the allergy season.
Yeah. Okay, and the 4th one, I'm trying to think. See, oh yeah, me.
Ming. All right, very good there. Well, I'll tell you if you're right in a second. Stephen Page, close it out.
I have no others. Everybody took mine. But the leader of the group was Kevin Sullivan. I know that. But
You are wrong,
oh,
sir. You are wrong. You remember the fat, bald guy who sat in the
Yep.
chair and said, Sullivan!
Yep.
Sullivan! You will end Hulkamania, Sullivan! Matter of
He
fact,
was in the WWF in the 80s. I remember that. He was the manager of Kamala.
you know what? I'm going to pull up a picture of him right now. We're going to get that Dungeon of Doom right now.
Kimchi?
No, he was a part with Kim Chi in the group in 1985.
Yeah, wait a second here. There he is. Okay. And look at that right there. There he is, sitting in his. There he is, sitting in his chair. That's him. That's him. Here he is, and here's another picture of him. Here's a picture of him yelling, yelling at Kevin Sullivan. There he is. It looks like Kevin Sullivan's laughing, honestly.
And there's Ming in the background.
Yeah, and actually, if we scroll over, watch this. If we scroll over, there's Kamala. Yeah, see Kamala?
And then the Zodiac.
That's right. That's right.
Brutus can probably beefcake.
Yeah, well, the winner of trivia, co-winners, Josh and Steven. Mr. Lane, I don't think David Sullivan was ever in the Dungeon of Doom, so you
wasn't.
You lost.
He was with the. It was the angle with the. Dave Sullivan became like a Hulkamaniac or something.
Yeah, I remember that. Those were some crappy days at WCW, man.
But I remember one more member of the Dungeon of Doom. It was the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, Loch Ness, yeah, R.I.P. Loch Ness. He died. He was a big, bad-looking dude, man. He couldn't move, though. Anybody remember Loch Ness?
Yeah, he wrestled the Shark in '95.
Yeah, that's right. All right, guys, we're going to move right into final thoughts. Mr. Lane, you take it away first because there may have been something we didn't cover. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if not, just get right to your own final thought if you have that. Final thoughts, Mr. Lane, take it away.
All right, well, great show, y'all. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me on the show. But I just thought that the return of The Undertaker was cool. We forgot about that. I thought that was a very good thing. You know, a lot of people thought, oh, Brock Lesnar was going to win the championship. Not so fast. It was The Undertaker that got involved in the match. So we're going to see Undertaker, Brock Lesnar, hopefully. And I know we'll probably save the SummerSlam preview for another episode. But I hope that The Undertaker redeems himself because, I mean, we don't want to hear as wrestling fans, oh, Brock Lesnar beat the Streak. We've heard enough of that. You can watch my Instagram. You can watch my Instagram and watch the video over and over and over again for all I care. I have the proof in my Instagram page of The Undertaker losing at WrestleMania, and that's all you need to say. We don't need to hear Paul Heyman rant and rave. Once is enough. The fans were so quiet when that moment happened, okay? Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, Brock will rest in peace. Sorry, Brock, but I had to say that.
Yeah, it will be an epic battle, as all their matches are, dating back to, 13 years ago, Big Josh Hinkle, final thoughts for this evening. Go.
Well, great show, everybody. Thank you, Ryan, for as always. And tomorrow night, it's the one epic return to the Brand Speaks with Vince Russo, Jeff Lane, and a cast of characters. Some guy named Big Josh is coming back tomorrow night. I mean, where has this Big Josh been so long? I haven't been on there in 2 weeks. I mean, I'm coming back tomorrow night on the Brand Speaks. Look out, Big Josh is coming.
You mean there's going to be a rebirth, in other words?
Yeah, the rebirth is continuing. I'm back tomorrow night.
You're going to be reborn on the Brand Speaks. Everybody tune into that. VinceRussoBrand.com. You can see Big Josh, the rebirth of Big Josh. Right, Josh?
Yep.
The rebirth of Big Josh. And also the My Creation, Stephen Page, What are your final thoughts there from New England, my creation?
Actually, I don't think you have had anything to do with creating me. I think that was done by my parents, but that's beside the point.
That's funny.
But thank you for having me on the show, like I always say. But you know, big weekend coming up. Got a family reunion this weekend, and then after the family reunion Sunday, me and my dad are heading to Lomas for a wrestling show. Imagine that. But we're going to a NEW wrestling event in Lomas, where we will see the stars of that organization. They're doing a co-promotion with the company that I go to see, which is called Chaotic Wrestling. They're doing a co-promotion show, and they're bringing in a bunch of names. Del Rio's going to be there, or whatever they call him. El Patron. Yeah. Mickey James is going to be there. Samoa Joe's supposed to be there, and he's going up against supposedly ROH's Warbeard Hansen, so should be a good match.
Wait a minute, Warbeard Hansen?
Yes, Warbeard Hansen. Yes.
His beard. He has a beard that's made of war.
No, I think he goes to war in the ring with his beard.
You mean his finishing maneuver is he just takes his beard and just jabs it into people's faces?
Yes, it's awesome.
Those sound effects.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta keep up on these indie names. I'm out of the loop. Steven, any other final thoughts?
No, that's it. Just, you know, again, thank you for having me on the show, and we had an exciting show, and have more to come.
What the frick is just devil?
The devil made me do it. Wait, there we go.
What the hell's going on here?
The Google effects, I love it.
What the hell's going on here?
I love the Google effects.
Big Josh, can you keep that on your face right now? Keep it on now. Put it back on your face. Put that back on your face. Put it back on your face. No, put it back on your face. Big Josh, what are your thoughts on the SummerSlam card? Do you think it's going to be a good card? Keep it on your face when you answer the question. What do you think of the card so far?
Well, it's too early to tell.
No, put the dog face back on. I like the dog face. Put the dog face. The dog face. Put the dog face back on.
Dog face. I got dog face.
Take the scuba stuff off. Take the scuba stuff off.
Let me
take all that scuba stuff off. Take all that scuba gear off. Take all that off.
Take it out. I am.
All right.
I can't do this crap.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that the scuba gear is stuck on Big Josh Hinkle right now? Oh, look, he's in the movie The Internship. Oh, there it is. It looks like Seamus mated with a Rottweiler. What the hell's going on here? Look at that. All right, Big Josh. Yeah, leave that right there, Big Josh. Leave that. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to answer it. Oh, you just lost. What's going on? He's being defiant right now. He's a defiant Hinkle. Look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, dear. Oh, my. Look at, ooh, look at that.
Dog face.
There we go. Keep that right there. Keep that on. Don't change that, please. Keep that on.
Okay.
Big Josh Hinkle, give me one last final thought on Bubba Ray Dudley and Bubba Ray Dudley's comments towards you. Cut a quick short promo on him. We know you're joking, but cut the promo with that face you got on right now. Go.
Okay, yeah. Okay, seriously. Okay, that's better than what the devil is.
All right.
To be honest, Bubba Ray, here's my announcement. Attention, Macy shoppers. Will Bubba Ray Dudley please come to the window and kiss my grits in the window? That's Bubba Ray Dudley. Please come to the Macy storefront window and kiss my ass in the window. That is all.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've lost all control of this show right here tonight. You can see I don't even have Big Joe. Now he's a pirate dog. He's a pirate dog. Pirate dog. Big Josh. Oh, what? Now I'm freaked out. Oh, back, get back. He's a pirate dog. Big Josh Hinkle is the pirate dog. He's the pirate dog from Pigeon Forge. Now he's in the movie The Internship. Look at that. Wow, I get to really play around with these Google effects. This is awesome, right, Mr. Lane? Mr. Lane, Mr. Lane, put a funny face on you. That's fun. Put a funny face. All right, you look like Cliff Clavin, who's at swimming practice or something from Cheers.
And by the way, Shane Victorino went to the Angels. I forgot to bring that up, so that's why I got the halo on my head.
All right, I see. Stephen Page, any Google effects for you?
No, I don't have no Google effects, no.
Oh, my. All right, guys, with that said, we're having a lot of fun. I got to wrap it up because I'm hungry. I might make myself.
Oh, by the way, breaking news, the Red Sox lost again. They suck.
All right.
Go figure.
Yeah. Breaking news, the Red Sox stink. And with that said, guys, we will see you next week. Hopefully Mr. Justin and Mr. Zorzi will be with us. I will be with you. I'm going to film some Rue TV this weekend at a silly convention. Actually, I'm not going to be there. Tony Malibu's going to be there, the boom guy. Mr. Hinkle, do you know Tony Malibu?
Ba-boom!
That's right.
What convention is he going to now?
He's going to a horror movie convention, but he's not going as himself. He's going as he won't tell me. He's dressing up in a mysterious cosplay outfit.
He's a horror show himself, so he should go as himself.
Wow, he told me he wants to go as this character from this classic movie, and I don't know what classic movie the hell he's talking about. I have a hunch, I know what it is, but I'm not going to divulge it. But he's going as this classic movie character. I don't know what the hell it is. He's nuts. Yeah. All right, folks. So for punked out Big Josh Hinkle, for Mr. Lane, for Stephen Page, and for myself, you have been watching the Horsemen Hangout. Join us next week, Tuesday night, 9 p.m., as we ride on. Woo! Thank you, guys. Cheers.